Hello and welcome to another episode of the Never Words podcast. I'm your host, Tom Brown, joined as always by Jack and Tim, and welcome to Drake May Day. I came on here confident as could be that the Patriots were going to beat the Bills, and you two shot it down.
That's
And
how
look
I
at you
remember it.
now. But in
That's
all
how
honesty,
I think that's how we all picked it in our pick'em game.
hmm but the Patriots beat the Bills 23-20. We had talked about how efficient and good Drake May had been. But last night he really did it.
Well, the
He
second half,
went
yes.
in, yeah, sure. Did he not? Yeah. He didn't have a great first half. Neither team did, but finished the game 22 of 30, 273 yards, 73% completion percentage, 99.1 yards or yards per pass. Or no, that's just average. Sorry. And then 101 passer rating. Zero picks. No touchdowns, but zero picks. I loved it. Every
And
second of it.
humongous nuts.
Big old nuts.
Big plays, standing in there against some questionable offensive line play, but standing in there and just delivering rockets to Booty and Diggs down the field. Uh, but the thing that, I first and foremost, I had told you guys to pump your brakes over they look good turning the ball over against the Steelers and they beat the Panthers. We're in full panic. We're in full alert mode here. This is a team.
Yep.
This is a
Oh, we
football
got him,
team.
Tim.
Yeah,
We got
You
him.
hooked him
this
right
is a
in.
real this is a real football team here. And like Tim said, hanging in the pocket, getting destroyed, and delivering strikes. I mean, the play to Diggs was crazy. That probably
That
doesn't
was
happen
yeah,
I
it
saw
was.
that
nine
being
times out of
intercepted.
10. Yeah.
When that
I
ball ever came out of his hands, I said, "What the fuck?"
I didn't think it was going to be intercepted as much as I just thought he was throwing it at like what Brady used to do and just ground it at like Kevin Fox feet. Um, but
Or
the
it was that play that's kind of plagued him a little bit where it's like, oh, and there it is.
yeah,
Right.
Like maybe it's a fumble, maybe
the
even
mistake.
if it was grounding, that could have screwed them because they were pretty far back. It was at their like 10, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, but the other thing I was wrong about is McDaniels has installed an offense that lets Drake May get rid of the ball quickly and set the defense up to respect Henderson, Stevenson, Henry on those short patterns. So those 15 yarders to Diggs and Booty are wide open when he needs them. And
I,
it's an entirely different team than the past 2 years. It's an entirely different team than week one of this year and it's fun to watch. The second half of that game was the most fun I've had watching a football game in a very long time.
so I didn't want to bring up, well, I did, but I didn't want to squash the Drake May hype and excitement by saying Josh McDaniels plays a little part in this because he's doing the right thing. Like he's fine, he's calling the right plays and everything. And then, oh God, what was the second part you just made? Second thing you just said because I had something on that too.
He's getting the ball out quick.
No, I forget now.
Intermediate passing.
No, it'll come
Backs
back
out
to
of the
me.
backfield.
Anyways, but
He said all those things.
yeah, I know. No, there was something else. Oh, the first
Tom is a
week.
yeah.
I've been wanting to say is are we going to look back in November or beginning of December and it's like fringe playoffs and we're like, can you believe they lost to the fucking Raiders? I know it was week
I
one, new
think that
coaching
right
staff,
It's
now.
new.
like it's like last year when the Bengals were there and they're just like, can you believe we lost to the Patriots?
Right. And then they missed the playoffs. I hope that doesn't happen. The schedule is looking pretty cake right now. But know what else they had yesterday was a guy that can just get open and catch the ball. If you want to
Haven't seen
expand on
that.
that, Tim. Tim,
Yeah,
expand on that for the people.
Diggs was exactly as advertised. Now, I think it was a huge part that it was against the Bills, his old team, but he was open every time he ran a route. And the Bills secondary sucked, so maybe that played a role, but I mean, the play down the sideline, that was just an incredible catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just over. It was one of those games where like the amount he was throwing to and the amount Diggs was catching the ball, or the May was throwing to Diggs and Diggs was actually catching it. It was like watching like someone like Puka Nakua, where it's
Mm.
just like they're going to him again. It's not down the sideline like Chase and Jefferson. It's those guys that are like, I'm going to live 8 to 10 yards, 8 to 12 yards, and I'm just going to be open.
I don't. I would imagine that this is the first game that anybody but Hunter Henry or Ramondre Stevenson led the game in targets, and Diggs did by a wide margin. He had 12. The next closest was Henry with 4.
Yeah.
10 balls for 146 yards. That catch on the sideline, him coming back to May when May got rid of it and was able to catch it, like, and then get a first down. He broke
Yeah.
a tackle and got a first down. Like he was definitely motivated to play against the Bills, which is weird because we pointed out last week he played with the like against the Texans. But I don't know. I hope this is Diggs fully back. The past 2 weeks he's looked like an entirely different guy than the first 3 weeks of the season. So
So
I also think the
go ahead, Tim.
chemistry between May and Diggs is growing. Like May loves to roll right, and that play up the sideline, like Diggs knew exactly what to do. He was like, "I'm going to run to the pylon," and he twisted up the cornerback. So they're kind of getting in that rhythm together, where he breaks towards the right for Drake May to find him as a little relief.
What was your favorite May pass last night? Because three stand out. There was the I'm
okay.
about to get sacked flip to Diggs in the fourth, late in the fourth quarter. There was that ridiculous one you were just talking about where he rolled, Diggs changed his route, looped around, got open, hit between the safety and the corner. But underrated last
I know what
drive
you're gonna say.
Yeah.
to Booty as he was
Yep, up at
getting
the
hit, and
sideline.
he placed it in between the
In between
safety.
his zone, in between his zone
Yeah,
where they saw him and he could only put it there and he put it directly on Booty. And I was in bed because at that point it was late in the fourth quarter and I was just like, that's the best throw he's made all season.
Yeah.
yeah,
I,
yeah. I would. I wish Matt would actually get off his ass and get NFL Premium, like I've been talking
Geez, we're
about.
going 3 weeks in a row on this NFL
Yeah,
Premium
I
thing.
just I don't know
You're
why he hasn't
really
gotten it yet.
hammering it
But
home.
Well, they're
um
putting
We
up
have Sunday
collages of
ticket.
Maine.
Like, I think you can watch it. You can also just record the game on YouTube TV and go back and look at it.
no, I have that all. I have
Or
that
you
all
just want
that
the all
I
22?
want the
I
all
feel like that would be
22.
You
on the
want to
key
grind tape?
plays.
Tom wants
I
to
want
grind
no, but
tape in
I
that basement
really
he's
want
in.
to see the end zone view of that scramble right Diggs readjusting play. That
Yeah.
because he got it to Diggs right as Diggs was about to get hit. That play was unreal. When you look at the day of games yesterday, can five other quarterbacks make that play? He was playing someone that can. I think if the Ravens woke up, Lamar could probably make that play.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Cooper Rush is making that throw, and I was going to say
No,
that's
I'm saying
Mitch.
no. Who's making that throw though? We'll get to him, but Baker's making that throw.
Baker and Matt Stafford are making that throw.
Yeah. Anyone else? Because Burrow doesn't move that as well. Maybe Dak.
Uh,
I don't
Jane
know.
Daniels.
Okay.
Now, hold on a second. I don't want to get too far off here, but you just mentioned Jaden Daniels and it triggered something in me. Like, Caleb Williams is having a better season than he did last year. He's still getting hit a lot. Drake May is turning into the best quarterback from that class, and I have no problem saying that right now. He's playing the best this year by far.
I don't hate it.
Uh,
I'm not.
I
I'm not going to sit
I
here
don't
and.
disagree, but Jane Daniels was also hurt for 3 weeks.
Okay, that doesn't change the fact that Drake May is leading
Therefore,
the league
Drake
in
May is having a
completion
better
percentage.
season.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, that was Drake May. Last night was Drake May's national coming out game. It
Mhm.
was not only his first primetime game, but everybody who likes football watched that game and went, "Oh, okay."
The
all right.
Patriots are good again.
So
You're
we've
not
talked
wrong.
about.
That defense
Okay, I was going
it
right
was
there.
the defense was balling out like that. Like Christian Gonzalez, the last couple of drives where he
Yeah.
was smothering Shakir, and then I don't know who that last play that he made that Josh Allen, I don't know, reacted a little questionable too. Um, he was in a zone on the other side of the field. That talk about wanting to see the all 22 on that play, there was the same
Yeah.
thing, broken play. Allen scrambled and he ran from the other sideline, knowing that that there was nobody around him and made that play. That
And
is that won't
uh
people won't talk about that enough, but that is why Christian Gonzalez changes the defense that much, like we talked about last week.
yeah, they talked about that and I didn't notice it until the replay that it was Gonzalez because I was doing a celebratory fist pump at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Close play. You don't see the yellow marker come up on the score bug. So you're fist pumping and then they broke it down after and you could see it. They like dropped four guys
Yeah.
and then he came out of nowhere. And the play before when he stopped Keon Coleman in the end
In the
zone
end, yeah.
and I shit you not, right before that play, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I've seen a lot of Davis tonight. I have not seen any of Gonzalez. Where is Gonzalez? And I'm thinking he's playing. And then I was like, oh, yeah, he doesn't get called because they stay away from him.
Yep.
And then 2 plays later, they went right at him and he was just like, well, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, you
Interesting
forget
approach to throw at him on the biggest two plays of the game.
he's
Well,
6'4". He's huge.
he's that big. Jesus.
I think so. I'll look it up while you guys
6'4"
talk.
quarterback seems incredibly big. Like Brandon Browner was the biggest corner I ever saw. Anyways, I don't think they tried to throw at him on the last play. Like we said, he
Yeah,
came out of
right.
nowhere.
Oh, never mind. He's
But
6'1". He's 6'1".
um the
Still tall.
but yeah, he completely changes the game. Like we talked about last week. It's not even looking to one side of the field. Like if he's man coverage on somebody, they are not open for the entire game. They're not open. In his rookie year, Tyreek Hill called him the best corner in football. And Tyreek Hill's a tough guy to run step for step with. So
Not right now.
not right now, but he
I
definitely
think I can get him.
Ooh,
changes the
that was
defense
tough to look at.
entirely. And then the pass rush wasn't great last night. And I mean that could be a lot of Josh Allen just being able to move out of the way. But other than that, like the line was good. The linebackers played great. Still some really, really dumb penalties on the one drive the Bills had like they needed points on. Just like
Yeah,
two in a row where you're just like, are you serious?
I wanted to
But
uh
I thought
I wanted to do the good first.
the
I
second one
wanted to
was he was trying
sorry.
to pitch it back to Allen. That's why he got tackled again. But I mean,
Yeah,
his knee was down for two
his
seconds.
knee was
yeah.
down. He had given himself up primarily. That's like the
And
one thing
I
you can
like
do
the
to be
sending a
like,
message. Maybe not at that point in the game, but
you could
I don't
see
think
the
Coach Vrabel
roughing the
liked it.
passer in live action and you're just like that's not good.
Yeah.
And like you saw the ref, they showed the replay and the ref was just like don't give me the opportunity. His hand is like resting on his belt. And he's just watching it and he's like, you did the whole thing. You
the
went
whole thing
all
hit
the
him in
way
the head
down
and drove
and
him through the
threw
ground.
him. And then he
Yeah.
just, it was so casual. He just went, just tossed it up. Uh, Borgalis seems to kind of get his footing. He was okay on the extra points, made the game winner.
Can we go
Has
back to
stuff
the
to build
defense for
on.
a second?
Yeah, go
The
ahead.
rush defense is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why the
Much
Bills didn't
improved.
continue to give James Cook the ball the whole time.
They
That
didn't give
seems
him the ball
bizarre
at
to
all.
me.
And I knew this because I was trailing 9 points in another fantasy league and he didn't get it. And I could have sworn that I was going to lose. But they kept running Ray Davis last night. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, there's just, it's just such a difference in you from last year. The overall plan is just different because last year was like the defense was okay. but they didn't score. They didn't move the ball. The defense was always out there, and eventually it got to them. This year, it's like they signed the right guys, they cut the right guys, and they have a really smart head coach now who can game plan. And you could see it over and over. They weren't letting Josh Allen get around the tackles to scramble. Like that thing he does all the time, someone was waiting.
Yeah.
They just stayed in a zone the whole day.
He
I think
is
the pass rush in the fourth quarter started to pick up a little bit too.
Yeah, because you
yeah.
know they're going to pass at that point. They only had one
So
sack,
they
but
do a
that's
good
Allen.
they do a really good job disguising and sending D backs. Like one of the best
Yeah.
pressures of the game was Carlton Davis late on Josh Allen. And I think they do a really good job of having all their guys ready to rush the quarterback. And then again, you can't say the night and day difference that Christian Gonzalez brings to the team, taking away 1/3 of the field.
Mm.
Which is such a bummer because Jacoby Myers has been awful from weeks 2, 3, 4, and 5. And he was on fire week 1.
Yeah, you called
And
him a legit number one wide receiver.
yeah, and I was wrong, but the Patriots just couldn't match up to him. And now it's like, shit, if he had played those first couple games,
Are they
I,
undefeated? Is that what we're getting at? I
no,
think that.
no, but now I'm really starting to question things. Like the Steelers, they probably, well, no, because you can't fumble 5 times. Which brings us to the next thing. Ramondre Stevenson fumbled again. And then Antonio Gibson fumbled, but they recovered it.
Antonio
That,
Gibson's fumble also probably came with a season-ending knee injury.
yeah, true, true.
Didn't know you hold the ball with your knee.
No, I just mean there's different levels, right? Like you can't now Ramondre Stevenson is going to be in the lineup
Oh
regardless
yeah.
now because there is no Antonio Gibson.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what, there years ago, I was under the impression that if you need 3 yards per carry, just give the ball to Stephen Ridley. He was, in my opinion, one of the better running backs the Patriots ever had. You know what the problem was? He fumbled all the time, and Bill Belichick is not Mike Vrabel, and Belichick
Mm.
just said, "You're benched forever. You can't hold
Yeah.
on to it." But Vrabel, being a player's coach, like the definition of a player's coach, hung with Stevenson, and he got 2 touchdowns. But I think the next time he fumbles, he he can't see the field anymore.
I think
It's a lot of season left.
the
I know.
Gibson injury changed that. I think Gibson could have scored those 2 touchdowns
Maybe.
easily.
But I
I
mean,
didn't
I don't
understand the second touchdown. Where was the defense?
Great play call.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh
They really kind of bit for a run to the right and they just turned around and went to the other side and there was not a soul on Buffalo.
yeah.
That was like 8 yards out too.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So speaking of play calls, let's get down into it. Now that we talked about the good, we talked about the ugly.
All right, well you
Right
guys are
before
gonna
the
have to do this
half.
on your own.
Okay. Bye, Jack. Right before the half, Tim. Jack has left us for all the audio listeners. They run that Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, then Tua and Tyreek Hill, that just sprint to the right. But the problem is Hunter Henry isn't as fast as Tyreek Hill. And the throw is behind him. They didn't get it. They kicked the field goal. Why didn't they try a sneak there? You had a timeout. You know,
I think they
Vrabel can just
thought
be
that.
screaming timeout, timeout, timeout as soon as like progress is stopped. It was 6 seconds, I think.
Yeah, 6 seconds. I don't know. I agree. I would have gone probably QB sneak, but I guess if you hold them up and everybody's pushing
Yeah.
and the refs let it run, you might miss out on three. I
Hmm.
don't know if that play call was the best.
Yeah. I guess. But then there's also Would you
Drake
have
May
gone
fumbles.
for it instead of the field goal? I mean, who cares? They
No,
won.
you needed to go into the half with the lead.
Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
Bills. It's
Yeah.
the best
I
team
just
in
wanted
the
to
NFL.
see if you're a little more aggressive. You're an aggressive guy when it comes to play calling.
I would have done a QB sneak
So yeah,
over, or I would have ran it.
yeah,
Anything.
yeah. I just like the sneak behind the big guys. Like go behind the left side of your line, who you've put all your capital into, and but they won, so it's not like we're second guessing. Uh, the second half when the Bills came out and scored
Mm.
instantly, I was just like, oh shit, okay.
I did the
But
same thing driving home.
yeah,
They went right
then
down the field, and I said, well, it was a valiant first half, and the Bills, I mean, the Bills played like trash.
they did not play well. Yeah,
The
they
penalties were out of control.
I so we touched on the penalties. Let's talk about this more. The roughing the passer was clear as day. The unnecessary roughness.
Just,
Tim, that his knee was
just not where
down.
you want it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but he doesn't know that.
it just seemed like at least if anything, forward progress was stopped. I know Cook was like, "I'm going to try and bail out of here and give it back to Allen," but that was unnecessary roughness.
Well, yeah, but it's not like you hear the whistle very well. And
Yeah,
then the other D tackle is covering up his knee. So
but
you
he,
see Cook look back like he's going to throw. Why? Also, not that that was a flea flicker. Why are there so many flea flickers
I
now?
don't know, because I think people are starting to run more. I guess
But
like
it's
the run.
every game
Every
pretty
game
much.
has a flea flicker. The Patriots one was ugly.
Yeah.
Drake May was like at a yard behind him.
Yeah.
Uh, and they were trying to get a again. They were trying to get a tight end.
Mm.
So then there was the pass interference. This all three of those led to a Bills touchdown.
Did you notice though, all three of them are from, I mean, I didn't know any of those people.
That's
They're
where I was
all, who
going.
was that linebacker?
That's where I was going. Hold on, my no, I was making a Google Doc as it was happening. I was dictating into my phone. Uh pass interference by. Oh, actually, so no, the late hit and the roughing the passer were on one possession, but then your boy Vidarian Lowe
Mm. I didn't even
flinches
know he was still on the goddamn team.
on the on a sneak to the other side, and then they get pushed back. They don't get the conversion. Bills ball. Then finally, Jack Gibbons.
Yeah.
I think you used to smoke pot with him at White City. You
Does
and
sound
Jackie
familiar.
G. He gets the pass interference. This is the bottom of the barrel of the roster.
In the end of the fourth quarter.
Right. Were people gassed? I know it
I,
was a long drive, but they weren't running no huddle.
he put his arms up like, how is that pass interference?
It
And then
was
you
because
watch the replay and he just
you
pushed the wide
shoved
receiver out
him.
of bounds.
He just pushed him out of bounds. I was like, that was so blatantly at pass interference.
Ugh.
Um, and that was all in the fourth quarter after taking a 10-point lead, which led to a tie game. And then the
Yeah.
Drake May show continued. Tim, that was superb. That I am just like so happy with that game.
I was
I
riding high.
I, I like I woke up. Josie was up at 5, and I was like, I don't care that this is about 5 hours and 15 minutes of sleep. They just beat the Bills.
In
Uh,
Buffalo.
in Buffalo a with the Saints looming. So the question is, are you afraid of a come down?
Ye- yes, I am. Because, so I did the rest of the season out,
As one does at what time? Oh,
you
not
know,
last night, this morning.
this morning, over some
Okay.
coffee.
How do you take your
And
coffee for the people?
black.
Okay. Gross.
I Like they should win the next 4 games handedly.
I'm pulling it up now. Let me take a look.
Well, it's Saints,
So
Titans, Browns, Falcons.
I wouldn't say the Falcons are handedly, but
I would
I'm
say
gonna
that that's the toughest game in there.
I'm gonna say I'd be disappointed if they don't go 3-1, at least.
And then you
Three
have the
and one?
Bucks.
Phew. 3-1 gets you to 6-3, Tim. Whew.
I'll tell you, I mean, you're 6-3, and then you're really going to be thinking in the middle of November, how did you lose to the Raiders, who are awful?
hmm Then you have the Bucks. That's gonna be a good game. Oh, do you think that I don't know what the Week 10 schedule looks like, but could that possibly be changed to a 4 o'clock game?
Do you think the NFL regrets
So
flexing the game?
you're sitting there telling me that this game was really this weekend, the Saints and Patriots, two teams that just
Was
picked in the
425?
top five, was a 425 game. Who decided
Yeah.
that? I need to know.
I, I don't know, but I was excited because we're going to Maine. I didn't want to have to rush back. And I said, oh, the
Yeah.
game's at 425. That's great. And then I looked again the next day, 1 o'clock.
All right. So let's look at the Week 10 schedule. You got the Colts and Falcons are somewhere foreign. So the 4 o'clock games are Cardinals, Seahawks, Rams, 49ers, Lions, Commanders. Yeah, they won't flex the Patriots, Browns, or Patriots, Bucks. Those are good games. Big fan bases. But I'm not too worried, Tim. I know the Saints are coming off a win. Spencer Rattler got his first career win. But that also makes me think, who cares? They just beat the Giants and Jackson Dart.
I know beating the Bills is huge. And doing what they did to the Panthers last week was huge. I think you need to come in here and just trounce the Saints.
That's what I'm saying. I think they have the right coach for it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a chance they're going to walk into practice on Tuesday and or Wednesday, whatever it is, and just be like, we're going to win our next 3 games. Because he's going to point to the Darian Lowe jumping off sides,
'Cause
fumbles, Ramondre Stevenson's fumble. Um, it's tough. You just beat the best team in football to say that there were a ton of mistakes, but he'll find them. Penalties,
well, and I
holding,
think he's going to point out that the Bills played a bad game.
right.
You know,
So
they hadn't
I
had
just,
they only had one turnover all season. They had three yesterday.
yeah, yeah. I think well, yeah, 2 fumbles by the Bills is kind of crazy. One was just an exchange,
Yeah.
which like never happens. Uh, yeah, the Saints don't have it. The
You weren't
Giants don't have
intrigued?
it. So, like, Rashid Shaheed had an 86-yard touchdown reception. I don't see that
Ran
happening
the
against
fastest ever.
by like point 0.2 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not like I will be upset when the scripted first 15 plays goes well for the Saints.
I
But
don't
I
even
think when
think
the
that will happen.
yeah, I think when it settles down, there's
Kamara out of the
Gonzalez.
backfield is their only
Right. Which is
real
has
offense.
been an Achilles heel, but maybe the Patriots are figuring that out. And you have Gonzalez on Olave. So there
And
you
then you
go.
have Spencer Rattler as their
Mhm.
quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the Patriots 2024 draft pick is a little better. All
They
right.
didn't get a Netflix show.
Do you want to talk about any other game? Well, we should talk about other games. So let's start here.
What do
Are the
you hold
Raven?
on?
Oh,
So we're coming off a high.
uh-huh. Yep. Love
What
being high.
what do you think for the rest of the season? Have you changed? Because I believe in the beginning of the year you were an 8-9 guy.
Mm-hmm. 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 Well, what's tough about the 8 and 9 guy is some of that was you're looking at the Bills.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I'm
play the
looking at
Bills.
the schedule now. Joe Burrow's not on that schedule anymore. The Ravens, who I want to ask you about in a second here, have the worst defense in football. So now 9-8, 10-7 is I see that as a
Say the
very
next
good
one.
possibility.
What's the next one?
11-6. Let's slow our rolls here.
I just
But if you do look at it,
I think they're favored in every game left except Bucks,
Saints,
Bills,
Tennessee,
Ravens.
Browns aren't good. Falcons, you're home. So the Falcons are not in a dome, which is beneficial. You have to
Falcons
be
got
up
shut
30
out by the
points
Panthers.
on, huh?
The Falcons got shut out by the Panthers.
Well, I'm just saying, you got to watch out because if you're not up 20 on Baker Mayfield, you're going to lose.
That's true.
The Jets, I now don't think splitting with the Jets is a possibility. I think you, the Jets are not good. They weren't good, but now it's like they're not good. They're really, really bad. So yeah, and then Tyreek Hill isn't on the Dolphins anymore. So they talked about the schedule being easy, and it got easier.
Way, yeah.
So yeah,
Nabels isn't on the Giants. I mean, Burrow's not, like you said, Burrow's not on the Bengals.
I'm optimistic going forward. So Ravens, are they cooked? They're one and
I was
four. They got what was it? 44-10
44-10.
by a not very good Texans team.
Who 2 weeks in a row? Maybe no, because the Titans game that was the Titans.
So let me ask you
The
this.
Ravens are though.
Yeah, they're. I just 1 and 4 is a lot. You have to fix an entire defense. There's
Well,
so
the
they
whole
played
defense is hurt. That doesn't help.
right, and that's why you have to fix it. Um,
So,
let's see. The thing is like you look at the division. All right. So their next game is against the Rams. Rams, Bears, Dolphins. If Lamar is out for the Rams, that's a definite loss. If Lamar plays, it's a probable loss. If you're 1 and 5, you're done. So that's the hope this week for them is they just are like, we can't lose again. But the Rams just lost a nail biter to your boy Mac Jones. Oh, should we talk about Mac Jones back after this? Maybe we should. Uh, so the Rams need it too. I don't I this could be the everyone picked the Ravens. Your boy picked the Ravens,
I did too.
but it turned out to be the worst scenario possible, and they're just awful. They have a bad year. They get like a top 10 pick who's immediately impactful, and then maybe they regroup for next year. But it's ugly.
Well, if yeah, 1-5 is
Where's
they
Derrick
can.
Henry?
I think
We
he fumbles too much.
He didn't fumble yesterday. I know you got
Well,
down a
he
lot,
didn't play
but
very long.
he scored a touchdown. It's just I I don't Derrick Henry isn't Ramondre Stevenson in the fumble department. I think you ride with the absolute future Hall of Famer who just passed Marcus Allen on the all-time touch, or was it Marcus Allen? I forget he just passed a Hall of Famer to be like fifth all-time in rushing touchdowns behind four other Hall of Famers. You stick with
I think you're
uh
thinking Alvin Kamara passed Marcus Allen for
yeah, in
receptions.
receptions, but hold on. I'm going to
I
find
mean,
this.
I'm sure Derrick Henry probably did too. He scores a lot of touchdowns.
I'm just saying you stick with Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
I don't if you have your backup quarterback, you have all this shit, you figure out a game plan based off Derrick Henry. What are you doing?
I feel like their offense has enough around it that you shouldn't be this bad with your backup quarterback.
Just for
Cooper Rush isn't
reference,
good,
yeah,
but
right.
they're
You
they
still
are
have
bad, bad.
you have Zay Jones, Bateman, Mark Andrews, Derrick Henry, even Hill, the backup running back. He's good. He had a
Yep.
huge game the week before. So just for reference, he tied Walter Payton for to come into fifth all time. He's 10
Walter
touchdowns
Payton.
behind Adrian Peterson. Emmitt Smith, 54 more. He'd have to score 55 more rushing touchdowns to pass Emmitt Smith. That's ridiculous.
That would be tough.
So yeah, the Ravens, it might just not be their year, I think is safe to say. So I also
Yeah.
wanted to ask you in general. It's different for
AFC
you
North
because you have to go to work.
I do.
How does it happen at work? Because do you just have like the communal TV? How you're watching
What
this?
do you mean?
Oh well, no. What time do you leave for work on a Sunday?
12:30?
Okay, so you get there, 1 o'clock games are going on. Is there just like a TV and intake?
Yeah, there's three of them.
So you're just on whatever the national games they're showing?
Yeah, and then there's a computer
Oh,
that I
okay.
put red zone on.
Okay, so you had red zone. So here's my question
Yeah.
for you. Yesterday at 1 o'clock, you had Stroud in
Cooper
Jesus
Rush.
Christ, Cooper Rush. You just said that. Tua versus Bryce Young. Geno
Cool.
Smith against Danny Dimes. Jackson Dart against Spencer Rattler. Dak against Justin Fields. And then not Jaden Daniels. He played later. Um, Jalen blanking. I need to get more sleep, Tim. Eagles, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, yeah.
Yeah,
Bo Nix.
against Bo Nix.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. I thought I had that, but I didn't. Uh, Not a ton of talent there. Not a ton of guys. You're just like, I like saw the Broncos Eagles, and I was like, oh, I want to watch this, and I was like, oh, no one's scoring.
Mm.
I just found myself drifting off to do other things while the 1 o'clock games were on.
Yeah, they were the 1 o'clock. I mean, the end of the Broncos Eagles was good.
Hmm.
I don't like the Eagles. I would like to see them fail.
What is it about them? The fact that they're just good and keep winning?
Yeah.
You get sick
I
of
don't
them?
like when anybody tries to compare the Eagles run to that Patriots run when they won 26 straight games because they were
Uh,
trying to do it and they said they've won 21 games in a row that Jalen Hurts has started and finished.
no,
And it's
sorry,
like,
they.
okay, but they've lost two games in there and they were
Mhm.
playoff games. The
Yeah,
Patriots won
they lost the
26
Super
games in a
Bowl,
row.
including Super Bowls.
Right.
The
So
Wait,
just
that doesn't even no, that doesn't make sense.
what?
They would
Jalen
have
Hurts
had
got hurt in the middle of a game and they lost that game. And
I'm
that
just
happened
saying,
twice.
but they just like lost games in the middle of last season.
But Jalen Hurts didn't start and finish the game. That's what they're saying. Right. They're nitpicking and don't nitpick. That's crazy.
Oh, that all right. If we're talking about that, sidetrack here. Guy ends the regular season baseball season with a 18 game hitting streak. First 12 games of the next year, he gets a hit. Does he have a 30 game hitting streak or does he have a 12 game hitting streak?
Did he play in the playoffs?
No, 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 no. Because that is playoff stats and regular season stats are separate. I'm saying,
Um,
has he reached
yes.
30 straight games?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You say no?
No, I think he does. But it made me think of it because they're kind of getting at that with this.
Um,
Okay,
and
so
I wouldn't hate
anyways,
the Eagles trading AJ Brown to the Patriots. I don't know.
I wouldn't hate that either. All right, so Tim, here's my question I want to ask. if you had a fantasy draft of quarterbacks in that first window, who's your number one pick?
Dak.
I was going to say Dak too over Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Although I'm sure Jalen Hurts probably outscores him with the rushing touchdowns.
And
But
yeah, and he
Dak's been
wins
awesome.
more, but I'm just saying like sometimes when the Patriots it's been a couple years, but play at night or on Thursday or the 4 o'clock game, I'm like, okay, red zone, chill, one screen, no worries. And yesterday I was like, I got some fantasy implications here, but not loving it. And then I was also like, I genuinely don't care about Titans Cardinals. This is the other part is the teams aren't good. Then the
Did you
Cowboys
see the end
and
obviously you saw the end of that game? That was outrageous.
yes, I did. That was we talked about it last week. Why are they still doing it?
Well, that I don't understand how that happens 2 weeks in a row, but I'm talking about the interception fumble turn touchdown. Now, I didn't think you could advance a fumble on a turnover.
Wait, I missed that. I might have been
What?
doing tub time. The
That is
interception,
the Cardinals intercepted Cam Ward on the last drive. The wide receiver punched the ball away from the cornerback. They dove for it. It squirted out into the end zone. A Titan jumped on it, and they called it a touchdown.
I need to reassess everything. I did not see this.
It was bonkers.
Okay, hold on. I guess I
Are you
shouldn't
watching?
watch it on the podcast, but that is okay. I'm watching it. So Cam
Okay.
Ward scrambles to his left, throws it, tipped, interception. Oh, he fumbled, kicked, scored. Wow. All right, no, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, because
There was
they
a
hit.
change of possession. Like, there's nothing about advancing it there. It's not like
Well,
lock
had
it.
no, had the Titans advanced it, had a
No,
Titans
but
player advanced it, it wouldn't have been a touchdown. It would have been down at that spot if they recovered it, I think.
I don't.
You
Yeah, I
can't
don't.
kick a fumble forward and recover it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I guess not. Or is that only on punts?
Speaking of punts, and I know we didn't talk about it, did you see Marcus Jones get clotheslined?
Yes, that was
That
a
was
straight up 1950s tackle.
I was um but yeah, that the end of that game was good. The Bucks Seahawks was good.
I mean, Baker. This is getting ridiculous. Someone's
Yeah.
got to call the authorities. This man is just stealing wins left and right all season.
And Darnold had such a good game.
Yeah.
But he is Sam Darnold and he threw it right to the other team. Well, I guess it was tipped, but
So,
the Chargers have really lost their luster too.
yes, I wanted to talk about that. Not just, not, they're just doing nothing now.
Yeah.
Like, they scored 10 points. 3 weeks ago, everyone was like, oh, move over Chiefs. This is done. Which is, September's the worst. No one should formulate opinions in September. Like, look at the Patriots
I said the
Raiders.
Patriots were going to be 10-6, so
Well, yeah, okay. Now you're just
10-7.
good for you. But you know what I'm saying? Don't don't pick things and don't come up with ideas in September. Should Everyone should just talk about what's happening and not try and say like the Chargers are the team to beat in the AFC West because guess who looks good and guess who looks bad? Chiefs look good, Chargers look bad.
We'll see tonight. I mean, I think the Chiefs are going to explode on offense again.
We'll see. You never know. You're a big time
Not a
Jags
Trevor,
guy.
not a
Three
Trevor
and
Lawrence.
one. You said it last week. I said something about the Jags, and you said, "Oh, the 3-1 Jags." Uh, so since we're in October and we can do this now, based off the rule I just said, who's who's the biggest? Who's your 1, 2, 3 in each conference? Let's go that way. Start with the
Um,
AFC.
I would go Bills.
Yeah,
Bills.
it drops
Ch-
off significantly there.
Chiefs because of the offensive left, and then I don't know. This is
So are you
like
gonna say are you willing to say the Colts? Are you
yeah,
willing to
I will. Yeah, the Colts. I was gonna say the Patriots, but I'll say the Colts.
okay.
The Colts, I don't understand what's happening, but Jonathan Taylor is
Jonathan
nasty.
Taylor's happening and the defense turns out to be good. Now they played each other in kind of a BS ending. The Broncos didn't beat the Colts. The launching
Yeah.
from the defender. Otherwise, the Broncos beat the Colts. I would have the Broncos right there. I think they're starting to like shake off some rust. Um, don't trust the quarterback. Uh, but their defense seems to be settling down. But yeah, it's weird because you have the Bills, and without the Ravens, you're like, oh, it's just the Bills.
Well, I think we have to see another week of the Chiefs. If the Chiefs offense looks like
True.
it did last week, then
Yeah,
oh, the Chiefs are back
true.
because
That's
they're
that's
still
fair.
getting Rashee Rice back in a week.
Hmm.
So that
That's
offense
fair.
is going to be
All right, what about the NFC?
uh Eagles. Let me go in Lions because their offense is
Hmm.
unstoppable. Eagles, Bucks, maybe.
Yeah, the third again, I agree with your top two, and I'd say that um give the Packers a break this week and see where they come back. But
Yeah.
if I'm a Lions fan or an Eagles fan or a Packers fan, and it's a one score game in the fourth quarter and Baker has the ball, I know we've said this a lot, but it's ridiculous what he's doing.
I think I would adjust. I think I actually would put the Bucks above the Eagles.
Wow. But the Eagles beat the Bucks.
Yeah, but the
Are we
Eagles
concerned that
have.
the Eagles can't pass?
Why don't they throw it to their best wide receiver? That's what I'm concerned about.
I don't know. And then they tried to lean a little more pass heavy and lost their first game. It's like maybe that's not. Maybe it's like I don't know. Let AJ Brown make the big couple plays like when you have to pass or like when you come up with a good game plan, but if you're winning Super Bowls running the ball, run the ball.
Yeah, I think they're. I don't. I just think the letdown from the Eagles is bigger than like the Bucks. The Bucks are consistent. They're going to
Yeah,
score and they're going to give up points.
true. True. Yeah. So is Baker your number one guy for MVP right now, or is it still Josh Allen? It's October. We can talk MVP. Probably
I
what they
would say
led
Baker.
first take with today.
I
Baker?
would say Baker. Yeah.
I think the people
Josh Allen
want
has to win
Baker.
that game last night.
Yeah, still a lot of football left.
But you're the one who told me it's October. I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, I know. But I'm also allowed to change the rules. So looking forward to next week, Tim. We have another 9:30 game. What are you doing, guys? Hey, Sunday's Matt's birthday. Should we have him on?
Yeah.
Can he do the time difference? We'll have to figure that out. All right.
What's
So,
up?
ooh, it is a light schedule. Uh, Seahawks, Jaguars. Can't believe I said that. Uh,
What are you just listing games or that's a
no, I'm
good game?
trying to pick out what the good game is. Like Sunday night's Chiefs, Lions. That's good. And then you got Bucks, 49ers. That would be good. If the Mac Jones is on, 300 yards, gritting out wins with an injury. I texted you guys and I said during Thursday night, maybe he's not good. But if you put guys that are good around him, he can then quickly get them the ball and good things happen.
Mac Jones isn't good.
Is Kyle
I
Shanahan a better offensive mind than Matt Patricia?
Yes,
Bill O'Brien?
probably.
Josh McDaniels? Josh McDaniels sent Mac Jones to the Pro Bowl.
He was a fucking reservist. Yeah, I don't know. Josh McDaniels has 6 Super Bowls. How many does Kyle Shanahan have?
Exactly. He has 2 chokes. Um, I'm just saying, Tim, watch out. Is he going to play this week or is Purdy back?
I, Mac Jones dumping the ball off to Christian McCaffrey. I think anybody's going to look good.
Here's a question for you. Do you like W's?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
Anyway,
Andy's already shutting down Mac Jones, team player, shutting down controversy over the court QB controversy.
there isn't one. They just paid one of them $210 million or something
Uh,
absurd.
Drew Bledsoe got a lot of money prior to Tom Brady showing up.
There we go.
All right. Well, Tim, we've gone 2 minutes on Mac Jones, so I think we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. You have a good week. Enjoy this. Enjoy this all week.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on baseball?
Um, yeah. I watched all 3 games. Then I watched the Yankees get slapped around on
Oh, wasn't
Saturday.
that great?
It was nice. But what was it, Connor early? I don't think he should take a lot of the blame.
Connolly,
Connolly early. Think you put that solely on the defense.
100%.
Um,
100%. It was tough to
and then
watch
maybe
the
next year
best
I'll know who
defensive.
these people are. I can't imagine Derek
Jack
Lowe's
has
son is going to be on the team again.
Derek. That is not Derek Lowe's son. Did you see the
No.
picture of him? Someone like they showed him in the field, and he looked silly. He had like a crisp hat and a turtleneck and a jersey, and someone took that screen grab and said, "Josh Lowe looks like he is, or Nathaniel Lowe looks like he is someone dressed up as a Red Sox player for Halloween." And then he played like that at first base. Yeah, no, it sucked. But seeing what the Blue Jays are doing to the Yankees, 23 runs in 2 games, beautiful.
Yeah.
All in crisp 4K. Did you know Jack splurged?
I didn't. Maybe I did watch it in 4K. Sometimes the college football you can watch in 4K and it doesn't work.
Oh, maybe he just added it because
Yeah.
he said he almost bought a new TV, which why wouldn't you, Jack? Hit us up on the group chat. But Tim, we were supposed to be going. All right, have a good day.
I will say I was right about the Tigers.
You love to.
Suck it.
What'd you say?
I said they were going to beat the
Oh
Guardians.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, way to go, Tim. You're the man.
You know.
All right, bye.
But